Oh, yeah. You know, that sound means one thing and one thing only. You're back with us here in Interfed Radio, and this is Swamp Talk. Oh, man. Almost blew that one completely, gentlemen. But we got the one and only Double R Rob Ratliff
Hey,
and the one and only Jerry Horton. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
thank
Thanks, Flip.
you.
Oh man, I was so pumped up because YouTube lets us put up a little intro and flags us, but doesn't take down our videos. So yay, YouTube! Yay, YouTube!
Yay!
Here
Oh
we
man.
go.
Now, holy moly, man! What happened? What did you guys do? Who invited the riffraff? Who invited the? I mean, I know, I know we were talking about the invasion that was coming and getting kicked out. You know, a lot of people talk, and I, I, I guess I wasn't expecting it that soon.
Yeah, I wasn't either. That was
That was
a complete
a
shock to me,
shocker
Flip.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a. I mean, I got hit like with that left, a quick left. I was like, holy moly, where'd that one come from? But
Yeah.
glad the AI was not all just talk and steam. They came and they are here officially. They said they're good new tenants and good. I mean, excuse me, landlords. So they're not one to kick out the tenants on the first cycle. So they said enjoy the belts, while we can. But the front page is looking to get a makeover soon. So,
Well,
Jerry, what are your thoughts on the invasion? I mean, now that we know it's real and not just fluff.
okay, the invasion. I mean, you, Rob, and I, and of course Tim and Robert Harper. We've seen it all on the LSL where people say we're coming in, but normally it doesn't happen like a cycle or two or three or four. And this was much sooner than what it was. AI came in, pretty much mark this their territory. But the only thing I will tell those gentlemen straight up is, the way you mark your territory is if you get in that ring and prove something. That's the way we do it in the LSL. You don't just come in. You're not like one of these persons who go to somebody's house and kicks them out and said, okay, this is my house, get out. No, this is our house. We're the ones who helped build it from the ground up. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Rob. I mean, you had an encounter with one of the leaders of AI. I know you called him Donald Duck, but Donald Dump. I mean, he's been posting left and right. Looks like his Garbage Pail Kid faction of the AI is going to be a menace. I mean, what Rob, talk to us about your little encounters with Mr. Dump.
It looks like Mr. Duck has come in and trying to make a statement there, but it's just not going to work. I mean, you can make all kinds of talk you want, all kinds of statements you want, but just like Jerry said, you got to get in the ring and back it up.
Now, I'm glad both of you guys are saying this because uh, there's like a code, like an unsung code here in the LSL. Run, fight, or challenge. We know everybody can talk. We know everybody can talk shit. We know everybody can spill the beans like no other. Anyone can pump their chest and say they're the best. Here in the swamp, if you're gonna open up that yip yapper, make sure you're either challenging or make sure you're swinging. Or if you're afraid or if you're in trouble, run. Go get some help. Go take off like Pipsqueak. Go run for help under Ellie Mae's dress. Do what you have to. But like I said, everyone can talk. I think we see it everywhere, right? Everyone can say, "Yeah, I'm the best. I was the Universe 3 Galaxy 4's champion for 95 cycles straight," and blah blah. Yeah, we've heard it all. So either
Yep.
yeah, either issue a challenge, swing at me, or run away. I mean, Jerry, thoughts on this run, fight, or challenge unsung model that we got here?
Well, I
Well,
like that unsung model because if you're going to shoot your mouth off, you better be able to back it up. The running part is if you can't back it up, you better start running to another league. Go to some league that doesn't even know who you are. because in the LSL, we all know who each other is. We've been here a long time. We've won titles. We've lost titles. We've fought against each other. We've tagged with each other, and AI coming in and IMT, it did shock me that Jake Walker went with AI. I'm going to chalk that up to him being just young and dumb, but I'm going to let him slip in his own turds and say, "Hey, man, you made your bed. You sleep in it. You chose the guys you wanted to be with." So,
oh yeah, Rob, what are your thoughts on this motto of run, fight, or challenge? I mean, when you're here in the LSL, I mean,
Well, Jerry just about took everything I was getting ready to say right out of my mouth.
I mean, but in terms of how it moves the action, I mean, because I mean, you could go back and forth talking smack with somebody, endlessly, basically, right?
Well, here in LSL, just like Jerry said, we fought against each other, we yacked against each other, we whacked each other, we've done everything. But when it comes to somebody else coming in, stepping in, we don't mind banding up. And if you're going to come in, you're going to have to knock us all off. Not just one, not just two, but you're going to have to take us all off.
Oh, most definitely.
We don't care who you are. You can come to our swamp anytime you want, and we're not going nowhere.
Now, the invasion comes just when, I mean, moments after Legion, Fontaine, One of a Kind, and the Hart Foundation brought it all together. They finally came in and they all decided to side, and the Age of the Fallen, was dropped on us like a ton of bricks. So my focus was on Age of the Fallen, to be honest with you. I mean, Jerry. I mean, what wasn't your focus there with what was going on with Legion and the Age of the Fallen? I mean, I completely got sideswiped with this AI invasion.
yeah, my focus was with Age of the Fallen and Legion, where they became a stronger unit. Eric being with them now and Paulie being with them, they're becoming stronger.
Oh, that's right, Paulie, that was a shocker too.
And then they had plans and things are going their way, but then all of a sudden you get the invasion of AI come in, and we're all looking at each other like, what the hell just happened here? And now alliances are being formed that you never thought would be formed because they see the threat of AI coming in. I mean, even enemies are teaming up now and saying, hey, this is the house we helped build. We're not going to let them come in and take our house. No.
Now, obviously, we've noticed DoD order. I mean, they're in my opinion, before this invasion, DoD and IMT were pretty much the top two here in the league. I mean, if Leprechaun speaks for himself, bringing home four LSL world titles in a short span. I mean, the Duchesnes and their tag, even though they're currently going at each other's throats, but just them as tag specialists is still what one to watch out for. But DoD is a different group. I mean, the Catfish Gang. I mean, the legend of Catfish Rob, spans from league to league, from federation to federation. I mean, the whole association has gotten a taste of it. So this incarnation of the Catfish story involves Catfish John, and Catfish John has been, I would say, for the better of a year and a half now, been going at it with Bullfrog Bob. Can you correct me on that one, Rob? About a year and a half now?
Yeah, it's been at least that long.
Yeah, and recently, well, I mean, this is going to come as one of those, pull the rug right from underneath poor old Bullfrogs. I mean, Rob. I mean, you and him had a match for a title. And now, you said it best. You did what you.
Well, I let him have my own title. I let him have my high stakes title, but poor
Now
boy.
you just took a fall in the match. You just laid on your back. What happened there? How?
No, I didn't pin me. I took it easy. I made it look like it was real, but really I just laid down for him. I made him roll me up.
Yeah. So such a nice guy, John. Such a nice guy. Now, um, fast forward to this cycle. Bullfrog comes out and he's parading. He's happy with his new belt, Rob. But you have something to tell. You have something to tell him in your own trash talk that I was like, oh man, when this guy sees it, he's gonna lose his mind. Right.
Yeah,
Ah,
I got a really good one there for you. I hope you're listening to this there, Mr. Bullfrog Bob. Cause if you are, I don't know if you looked at the back of your belt or not, but on the main back of the big plate, which is not really all that big, but it's big enough. Uh, on the back of the belt part, you can lift up a little piece of leather flat that's in square. You lift that up, and when you lift it up, it says "Fake Belt Faker."
oh, poor Bullfrog got himself a gag gift.
Yep. Happy early Christmas.
Well,
Actually, I told him, I said, "It's for your birthday. It's happy birthday."
oh well. Now, let's say it like it is. You've gotten the better of the feud. I mean, the swamp matches definitely did not go did not go his way. I mean, every single one of the Catfish members pretty much rolled over on Bullfrog and took him out. Now, as of late, he's seen some success.
Yeah, he turned it on here by 3 or 4 cycles. He's had
Yeah,
he,
him and his one of a kind buddies were also world six man champions. So congratulations. I mean,
yeah,
obviously there's like
we got
20 world
congratulations.
six. There's like 20 teams that win that, but he definitely was a part of it. So congratulations, brother.
Congrats to him.
Congratulations there, Bullfrog. We really thank you for bringing us some matches. Uh, but there's one thing back. I wonder, them World Six Man towers. You might want to check back of them too.
You never know, Bullfrog. They're just pulling one on you. So many people win that belt, you never know. But now,
I
fast
might
forward,
talk to
fast
Kim.
forward. Looks like this cycle as well. Looks like Dogman uh, wants an open series with one of the other catfishes as well. So curious to see where that goes. So
Oh yeah.
That'd be an interesting one there.
yeah, he says he's excited to see that John and Bullfrog are taking their feud to another level. But I think he was I think he mentioned the belt, but I think when they find out that the belt is fake, they're going to be a little bit upset there, but a little bit.
Just a bit.
Oh
Well,
man.
Becky, they'd be so happy they'll be jumping for joy.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't think he's be jumping for joy. But now um now over here on this side we had a little bit of a tangle with friends because I mean in such a small in such a small league, you're eventually gonna run into friends. Friends are gonna fall into bad company. You're eventually gonna end up, going at one another, as we've seen with an encounter that we had with the Age of the Fallen and Mr. Jake Walker. Death Inferno, who was our G-Force champion at the time, saw the the talented and the potential in Jake Walker and decided to go and try and take him out before he got any steam going. And looks like Death Inferno is following in the wrong footsteps because following in the footsteps of the old Willowick Nightmare and Red Room Vendetta is never a good thing. Never a good thing.
Nope.
No.
he ended up getting introduced to some nice what was it, iron rods? Was it iron rods, Jerry, or
Tire irons?
Tire irons.
Yeah.
That's what...
Tire iron.
Oh man. So yeah, always a good thing to keep an eye out from behind you. And then but that led to the encounter that I wanted to get to, where the Bunnies and Eric Fontaine cross path. Because Eric Fontaine running with Legion. I mean, you got that. I don't want to call him a puppet master because I don't think any of the Age of the Fallen are puppets, but just that three-headed monster that has come to be there in the Age of the Fallen. And just to see them just take total control. They took Queen Ellie Mae captive. They've taken Luscious Lori captive. So the Age of the Fallen is definitely taking prisoners, and challenges have been made. I mean, we had one challenge issued to Fontaine and Legion by Pipsqueak. Obviously, I personally don't think Pipsqueak stands a chance unless unless one of those two guys is going to fight on his knees. But he wants his queen back, Jerry. What do you think about Pipsqueak issuing a challenge to Legion and Fontaine?
Well, he wants his queen back. He's going to do it the old-fashioned way. He's going to earn it back.
Ah, yes. Challenge has been issued. I like that.
Oh, and I had an update on Luscious Lori. She did write some trash talk that, yep, she was thrown into the trunk of the ATOF's car, but what those, in her words, what those morons failed to realize is, in those trunks that are child-proof, like if your kid gets locked in it, there's a little lever you could pull and it lets you out.
Nice.
Well, she did that. As soon as they were taken off, she popped the lid, jumped out. She slowly shut the lid, ducked down, and they took off. So if you've seen those guys with frown faces.
You see, that's what I mean. When you surround, you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. You see, Legion, has vision. He has charisma. He has that, go get it. You got somebody like Fontaine, just that Cobra instinct, just brings it every day. And then they get involved with old Willowick and Red Room, and shit like this happens.
Yeah.
Simple things, just following, somebody could have been trailing her and just making sure that somebody had an eye on that trunk, but no, they lack the focus. But
so now it's just the bunny trio and some others are keeping an eye out for her. Well, I think maybe even, I don't know, Eric's kind of torn. He has a friendship with Legion, but he doesn't really trust Death Inferno and them. He's keeping his eye on them.
Oh, especially after Pipsqueak started rambling about the whole traitor thing. I think everybody's eyes opened up, and obviously hey, you never know. I mean, Bullfrog Bob and them have also teamed up with them, so maybe we've already seen him. I mean, Catfish. Do you remember when he was your best friend for the winter?
Yeah, we was good buddies for a few months.
Yeah, you really have an interesting way of of hanging out with people, though. I mean, he was what do you call it? Slime bag? Is that the word?
More like a shithead.
I mean, yeah, he was doing some stuff that just, I mean, and I would keep an eye that way as well, just in case, because those one-of-a-kind people are just, very, very untrustworthy, as we've seen already.
Oh yeah, it's just Pipsqueak was talking about Eric being the traitor. Eric says I'm not a traitor, but we think we've got eyes on who the traitor is, and I think it's definitely.
Oh yeah. Now, another challenge was issued after I think days after Lush's Lori escaped. I know. Is it Sari Smith, commissioner of the tag division?
Yes, Punk Queen Sari Smith.
And I know she was making their announcements for the 6-pack challenge, and I know again, Old Man Inferno and excuse me, Old Man Willowick and Red Rum were a little bit upset that they got overlooked.
Yep, overlooked.
But I think I mean if you've seen that one, Rob, she got right to the business. She's all like, "Look, stop yapping your mouth. What do you want? You're old, but you can still hear me, right? Like, what do you want?" And sure enough, she granted him a contender match for that 6-pack challenge. So again, use your promos wisely. We definitely encourage you to take advantage of our commissioner titles. We want to make that action just explode. So.
And you know what kind of match that the old men got? They're probably not going to like very well.
They're gonna have to wear double diapers.
No, War Games.
Oh, nice.
So they better take their Geritol, have their Depends on, because War Games, that'll take years off their life.
I don't think they got too many left.
Yeah. So they wanted an opportunity. So Punk Queen Commissioner Sarah said, "Okay, I'll give you one," and they seemed happy with it. It's like, okay, good luck.
Now who did they go? Who are they facing?
Let's see. Let me look at my notes right quick.
It's Big Papa Red, Sassy Red.
Ooh.
It was them.
It was.
So, they got. Oh yeah.
It was a group of DOD people.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be the ATOF versus the DOD in War Games, and good luck.
You'll need it. You'll need it. Now, speaking of DOD, the Reds, bringing home IWA gold, can wear you out. I mean, you got comes with the territory. You got to go do the interviews. You're traveling more. You're waking up earlier to do photo ops. You're just it takes a lot out of you. So the Reds, after their amazing fall, have pretty much been worn out, and they've been relatively quiet. So I'm expecting a lot from them come summer. Get back into the spotlight, and it looks like Double R's friends, AAA, have accepted the challenge. They said they're going to make exterminating the Reds their priority.
That's what it says. But, the old saying goes, there's been a lot of people trying to exterminate the Reds.
Now, what did you do to provoke them, there, Mr. Double R?
Well, I ain't done nothing.
What? You mean these dirty, rotten scoundrels just came out of nowhere and just started attacking you? I can't believe this.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what their problem is. I mean, Double R's been awfully nice. He's done everything he could to sweet talk Sugar Lips and help her through.
Yeah, she seems like she's trying to do you a favor by eliminating them. Like, you don't need the Reds no more. Like, just worry about me. I'm Sugar Lips Roxy, or
well, that's kind of what it's looking like. Like maybe she wants to get Double R away from the Reds.
Interesting. Now,
I will tell you this, that I don't know if it made in Crash Talk or not, but WR did send her some roses.
Oh, nice, nice. Did they have bees with bees?
Well, we're not going to say everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice. I love it. I
We're
can't wait
not
to.
going to get in too much trouble on the show.
Oh man, I love it. Now, if we're talking your favorite AAA gang, we can't go without mentioning Mr. Fontaine's buddy.
Oh, Time Bomb.
Oh yeah, oh Time Bomb is right.
Yeah. Eric had his issue with him ever since, I don't know since when how this got started, but Time Bomb usually was the mouthpiece for AAA. And I want to say he started all this with his mouth. And
I would definitely agree. I mean, I know for a while they were the biggest. I mean, whiners here, and then they shut up for a while. Then they've recently come back, but for the most part, yeah, they were all wine and cheese.
yeah,
Wine and
and
cheese.
I know the match who I mentioned before between Sugar Lips Roxy, who is the best out of AAA. She's the best wrestler in that whole group. And Eric Fontaine in their World Diamond Drop match. For some reason, it was the last man standing or last person standing. I don't know why. But that match was a pretty damn good match. And then you have Time Bomb, the Abominable one, interfering. The Abominable one, I'm not sure what goes on through his head. I've looked at him in the locker room and I try not to figure it out. And you have Time Bomb, who's arrogant, cocky, his mouth kind of writes checks his buddy can't cash. They interfered in that match, but the thing that happened was it looked like, at first Sugar Lips didn't know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, when the ref's talking to Sugar Lips, Eric gets cracked over the head with a socket wrench. And he can't continue in the match. And the ref sees it. He goes over, he counts Eric out. Sugar Lips is the world champ. Okay. Eric was upset. The decision stuck. He was more upset with the interference. He should have expected it from them, but he wanted him and Sugar Lips to have a good match, and I think she wanted it too. So they tore into each other and everything like that, match after match. She'd win, he'd win, she'd win, he win, and finally, enough is enough. It's just they both have tore into each other, and they just pretty much in the locker room just talked everything after the six-pack challenge match and said, we tore into each other enough. This needs to stop. My problem's with Time Bomb. It's not with you. It's not with the Indomitable one. So Time Bomb and Eric have exchanged victories and all that, but this feud is far from over.
Oh yeah, no, I know. You guys had a match last cycle.
Yeah.
Did you guys have one this cycle?
Yeah, he won it.
Or I thought it said June. Is it the poster for June?
It's the poster for June. Yeah, we're supposed to fight in.
Did you guys have a match this cycle though, Jerry, or no?
Yeah, last cycle we had one. I won that. Eric won that one.
Nice.
And this cycle he won this one. So
it's literally going. It's literally going left, right, left, right.
Oh yeah. I'm taking.
That's a slobber knocker of a series. No disrespect to Catfish John and Bullfrog. Catfish John mopped the deck with old Bullfrog.
Oh yeah.
This one here is like two fighters in the middle of the ring. I'm looking at this thing just like a slugfest. So that's one I has that wonderful line from RoboCop. I'll buy that for $1.
Oh yeah. But I think mostly all this trouble got generated between Eric or Cobra, we want to call him, and Sugar Lip because of Time Bomb. He's the instigator. Sugar Lips Roxy didn't hit him with a socket wrench. He did. Time Bomb hit him with it. And I think even the Indomitable one was looking like, what in the hell did you just do?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I think Eric thought everybody betrayed him and everything like that, which I'll chalk it up to where, dude, you got hit over the head with a socket wrench. You probably had a concussion too. So
now, obviously the talent pool here in the LSL, right now is at an all-time high.
Oh yeah.
AI has banded together. You know, it looks like the general is now with them as well. You know, shout
Yeah.
out to Chuck Mobley for you know, I mean that's like survival of the fittest right there. I mean, you see people coming, you're already here. You either gonna what, fight, run, or challenge, and they accepted the challenge of fighting with them. And you know, shout out to the general, and it looks like I think it's them. It's them three, right? It's Donald Dump, Ricky Kyle, and the general. That's that three-headed monster from AI
Yeah.
that has come to play. So
Yeah, I think one of the bunnies wrestled, or both of them might have wrestled Donald Dump, and said he's a very tough individual. I mean, I think they both got the Duke over him, but the thing is, everybody from AI is tough. They don't victories aren't given; they're earned against AI. I mean, they've got Tommy Gunn there, which he's a very tough, big man, big strong man. I mean, Terry had quite the time with him, and then finally got the victory.
yeah, it's you know, it's going to be an interesting show coming up. Now another free agent, not free agent, but another, you know, pretty much independent group uh, is the IOD. You know, the Instruments of Destructions. For a minute there,
Oh yeah,
we thought they were on their way out. I mean, Rob, Blade Runner Link and Blade Runner Sloth. You know, they were decent tag. You know, a decent six-man group, but they were never ever able to get anything going in their personal feuds. You know, they were always getting smacked. You know, maybe they were going up against, you know, the wrong people. I mean, current what is he now? Is he our I think he's our Gator Bait champion, right? Timothy Stamboli or Matthew
yeah,
Stamboli?
yeah. Matthew Stamboli, I believe.
Yeah, Matthew Stamboli, our new Gator Bait champion. Uh, you know, before he revealed who he was under the alias of the Dean of Darkness, uh, swept poor Blade Runner Sloth, and you know, I guess that beating really sent him into a spiral. And then they've had some recent success. I mean, even this cycle, Night Hatcher brought home the American Extreme title. So the IOD is still on a little bit of a streak. I think Sloth even brought home a title. I forget
Yep.
which one, but so you know, shout out to them for staying alive. I guess. I mean, Rob. What about recruiting somebody like the IOD to maybe come and fight with DOD in a tough time like this?
Well, I mean, DOD, they'll just forget that DO or IOD or whatever. You might have got flushed, but don't worry about it.
Where
Welcome to the swamp.
yeah,
Swamp.
and I gotta say this about the IOD and AAA though. Right now, you've got the threat of AI, IMT, and the AI is getting stronger and stronger as they're here. And just because they haven't stuck their nose in your business yet, don't it doesn't mean they won't, because they will come with full force. They don't care. And the thing is, my advice to AAA and IOD, you guys need to watch your backs because they will come after you when you least expect it. Look what they did to us.
Oh yeah, no, look, I know
Well,
Night
IOD,
Hatcher has made an open challenge to the Sandman. Looks like both of them are going to be going after that cruiserweight division. So it's nice to see when wrestlers declare. Rob, you were saying?
well, you was asking about DOD on that part. You know, DOD, they don't care if you want to fight with us or you want to fight against us. You know, the door's always open. So
Yeah,
if anybody,
I think members of either IOD and AAA, if you're listening, you're gonna need help. This is not a normal this is not a normal tussle for this summer. It's I mean, if it convinced somebody like Paulie to take a side, I mean, Paulie of all, I mean, yeah, that was one of those jaw dropping moments. I mean, so yeah, IOD. I mean, if DOD is opening a door, IOD, I'd look for a way in and see if you can make some friends. I don't think AAA will make any friends, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I mean, the Bunny Trio seemed to be pretty respectful to them. I mean, War Goddess had her. I think she was doing Horton's Corner a while back
Nice.
because I was out on business in AWL, and so she did Horton's Corner. Her Terry, I don't remember what,
And
and they had Sugar.
they must have liked it because I didn't see anything negative.
Yeah, I mean,
they're pretty negative, Nelly. I mean, they're pretty up front and they'll let you know.
So, and like I mentioned with the 6-pack challenge, it was amazing to see Terry and War Goddess pick Sugar Lips Roxy as their partner, because there's a lot of respect right there. Roxy, she lost the world title in that triple threat match to Eric Fontaine and Timothy Stamboli, which that's a heartbreaker. That can happen. I mean, trust me, I'm in there. And the thing is, for them to pick her as their partner, and then you think, oh, great, we're going to have a solid, cohesive unit. And then all of a sudden something like happens with War Goddess in that car accident. Great, what are we going to do now? Because now we don't have a game plan anymore. And
Right.
I got to give Eric credit for stepping up to the plate. He signed the contract and went out there. They weren't sure what to think of that with all the turmoil that's been going on the past month or two between AA and Eric and ATOF. Eric stepped up and he won the match for him. I mean that.
Well, I got one for next cycle, because this Rated R Shane Cole guy has started blasting up all over the interwebs. So shout out to Shane for coming back. But his Bullet Club is back and ready for some 6-man action, because he was throwing it out there already. So I got a challenge. Whenever you see Sari Smith, Bullet Club versus anybody willing to accept the open challenge for that number one contender for that next week of next week's or the next cycle's 6-man. Do we know who won? Besides, did the Hart Foundation beat Big Mama and Big Papa, or?
That's going to be next cycle when it comes up.
Oh, that'll be next cycle. Okay.
That'll be next cycle. So that'll be War Games. And that ought to be a good fight right there. I want to see who wants. Sari Smith said, I want to see who wants it the most, ATOF or the Reds.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting match. And there'll be more tag team matches that will be going on too, because as you know, the US Legacy titles are still with Madam Mask and Sari over in the AWL. It was a submission match with Eric Fontaine.
And those are our
belts.
Oh, sorry about that, Jerry. I didn't mean to cut you off. We got a little bit of a delay, but I was saying those are our steel interfed title that we have between the AWL and LSL.
No, that's our U.S. Legacy tag team titles. And those are LSL belts only. There was a special challenge made last cycle, and it was granted. Commissioner Will and Commissioner Sari Smith agreed on it, and Sabre and Madam Mask won them. And then they had to face Eric Fontaine and Legion in the submission match, which they won, but there was no submission. I'm not sure who, but they passed out from the pain. They didn't tap out or give up. So, stuff like that happens. So they'll be facing number one contender Sue. Sari Smith will introduce who the new number one contenders the U.S. Legacy titles are, and they will face them next cycle.
And just so you know, that's just part of the amazing relationship that the commissioners from both leagues have that allow us to have crossovers like that. So shout out to you guys for making that work. So now, if we can though, I know Hard versus the Hart Foundation versus DoD Order is the next cycle's number one contender match. So for the following one or the next one that becomes available, if we can pencil in the BNC, the Bullet Club, and then see if we can find an open challenge for them. Okay. Especially if managers are asking for it, got to make sure we
And our co-commissioner, Punk Queen Sari Smith, says, please air your grievances to her. Look what ATOF did, and look what they're getting. an opportunity. So if you want an opportunity, talk to Sari Smith. She's just like her brother,
Air,
Mad Dog Mike.
air your grievances and don't make threats. Don't make threats.
Yeah, because everyone read what Commissioner Sari Smith said. If anybody attacks commissioners or anybody in authority, it's a $30,000 fine for each one of you and a possible suspension for a year from any titles.
Oh yeah.
So if you want opportunities, all you have to do is ask.
Plain and simple.
I will say this: them war games, that's not going to be an easy match for either team, and that's going to be a lot of bloodshed there.
And
oh yeah, that one's going to definitely cause a lot of harm.
And for those, I will explain about war games for those who don't know what war games is. You have 2 rings with 2 cages over them. And the way it's decided is there's a coin flip. Whoever wins the coin flip has the advantage for, let's say, Big Mama Red. Let's say the Reds win the coin flip. And then they'll decide who goes. Let's say it's Big Papa Red and Red Rum Vendetta. They start out. And then every 2 minutes, another member comes in. For example, if the Reds win the coin flip, then Big Mama Red can come in. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Then after 2 minutes, somebody from the ATOF like Willowick Nightmare can come in. And then after that 2 minutes, the third member of the Reds come in. And then after that, the third member of the AOTF come in. So it is basically everyone in those steel cages in both rings, and the only way to win is pinfall, submission, or the referee stops it.
Ooh, brutal.
And we're like Rob says, it's going to be bloody. It's going to be bloody. It's a lot of cold.
Now, can we talk about one person that we haven't mentioned and probably doesn't get enough airtime?
Sure.
King Achilles.
Oh yeah, a lot of respect to him.
I mean, the body of work is there. The microphone promos. I mean, he's just very quiet. He's a come to work, sign me up, let's get it done type of guy. So it was nice to see. It was nice to see Prince Tier, bring it home and just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he both those guys are good wrestlers. King Achilles, and I hope he takes this as a compliment. He reminds me of another Dean Malenko.
Oh.
And I mean as a compliment. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He definitely has that aura about him. Just come to work and get her done. And
he's a great mat technician and everything, and he can surprise you with anything on the mat. I mean, the Eric's faced him, the Bunnies have faced him. I think Jake's faced him. He's a very, very technical wrestler. Just when you think you figured him out, he stumps you. And
he changed the game.
He changes the game up real good.
And King Achilles, I have a lot of respect for him, and especially for Prince Tier too, because Prince Tier's another tough wrestler in that ring too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that guy.
Them, you add Awesome Mina to that duo, and that it becomes just amazing teamwork there with those 3.
Oh yeah.
And this man too.
Yeah, and these are men and women out there that work so hard in the LSL for a long time, that have a lot of good hard work and deserve opportunities at Gold and Championships. And like you've mentioned before, Flip and Rob, you've mentioned too about AI invading. Now they're looking over their shoulders like, okay, all our hard work, and now these guys, do I have to worry about getting jumped before I even make it in the arena? Or if I'm in a match, are they going to interfere? I mean, what's going on?
Well, not only that, Jerry, but the reality of the game, the reality of the industry is, if you're not cutting the promo, then you're not selling tickets. So someone like AI that came and they got right on the microphone, they're pushing their promos, they're selling tickets. Guess who's going to get that pay-per-view match?
They are.
Exactly. I mean, we've said that about Fontaine. We've said that about other people from from his bloodline. The Hortons, the lockdowns. Their self promotion is what gets them
Well, yeah.
those opportunities. So when you have someone like, and again, this is not taking anything away from his talent, because King Achilles and Prince Tier are very talented, but the lack of promotional and the lack of microphone, you know, it I guess it cost them. It definitely cost them some opportunities.
And I'll put it this way: if it takes me putting on the boots again and all that, and trunks again, and I will take on AI, and this goes to Ricky Kyle especially.
Oh, that was when I saw Ricky Kyle coming to the LSL, I was like, holy moly! And then recently, we saw what happened to Rocco. Thank God the Swamp Monster saved him, because the AOTF had already fed him to the to the Gators.
Oh yeah.
And well, what happened is, obviously the Swamp Monster took him, so Pipsqueak was left without anybody to watch his back. So he put up ad on Craigslist, and looking for some punching power, and it got answered. Ray Featherfield, former NWL, former AWL, is gonna make his debut here in the LSL next cycle, or he already did, but officially he'll be here next cycle.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that, and it's just with this thing with AI, like I've mentioned before. I have respect to him, but I don't fear him. Neither does anybody, or ATOF or anybody. It's just, it seems like they're getting stronger. We all have our petty feuds going on, and these guys are coming in and pecking on us like we're like vultures.
Oh yeah. That's exactly. You know what? That's a great way to, great analogy right there. Because we have we have all the stuff that we already mentioned. With Catfish John and Bullfrog. We have Chicken Legs Peg. Now I don't see her going after the Reds anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know she's laid off of the Reds for a while, so she's up to something, I believe.
Yeah, but she has. She's pretty much off the Reds.
Well, I think she eased off after Tessa and Sassy.
her and Bullfrog learned the hard way. They got punched in the face. Oh yeah, that'll slow you down right real quick. But yeah, no, we had all the action, going on. Obviously, we had Fontaine versus at the time, Pipsqueak and the gang, and all the madness going on, and then we got these guys, like you said right now, Jerry, just invading, and yeah, like vultures, just trying to just pick and attack us when we're at our, when our backs are turned. So,
or when we're at our weakest.
Well, I know I promised I wouldn't step back into the ring again, but it's only if the fans would want me to, and if you guys would want me to.
Well, it's gonna get, everyone's gonna have to knuckle up here soon. So, yeah, it should be fun. We wanted to get a show recorded because of all the action going on. Obviously everyone's ready to rock. So, I think next time we get on, we'll cover the champions with Commissioner Timothy Clark. We'll go over the rest of the champions. I think the only one that we didn't cover was the Diamond Drop. I'm not sure who won that. That's usually the one that Timmy follows, but I'm not sure if it changed hands or not. So we'll wait for Timmy to reveal that one.
Oh, definitely.
Any last words you want to put on this one, Jerry?
Well, like I said, with the LSL is getting interesting, and I want to say to everybody from the ATOF, the IOD, AAA, Salvation, it doesn't matter what group you're in. Right now, we've got this group AI that's coming in. they're getting members, they're getting stronger. It seems like each cycle they're recruiting members and just getting stronger and stronger. And what we need to do, we need to basically get together and show these punks that this is our home, this is our league, the house that we built, and we're not going to let them tear it down or take it over.
Well, I tell you what, Catfish John's got an idea. I won't reveal it right here on the show, but maybe when we get together off or something, I got an idea for it. You know, if they're going to play ball against us, then, like Jerry said, we're going to have to play ball with them. So, yeah, we need to come up with some ideas on this. There's always open doors. We can always put a few things aside just to, like Jerry said, get back at things.
Oh yeah. That's what makes the LSL such a great place to play. So, you guys, again, thanks for joining us. You guys have been listening to Swamp Talk here on Interfed Radio. Again, if you're looking for some action, come check out the LSL. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
See ya.